Hello, welcome, eSIM Studios. Little different setup today. I'm in the car. I'm actually on the way to the hospital to go visit my mother. But I needed to get a live stream in. There are some topics that I did not get to on the previous live stream, and I want to apologize. There was an emergency with her at the hospital last time I was live streaming, in the middle of live streaming, so I had to cut it quick and shoot off to the hospital. But I'm on the way back there today and wanted to get a live stream in. Let me make sure I can hear the volume here. I'm checking on my phone here, make sure everybody can hear me.
Unless you're kind of in a...
Give me a second. Can y'all hear me? Give me a second. Yeah, I think y'all can. Testing. Can y'all hear me? Give me a second. Yeah, I think y'all can. Testing. All right. Appreciate it, Bama fan. Now, heads up, I am going to be driving, so I'm not really going to be able to respond. Obviously, I don't want to text and drive. But we will, if I get to a stop and I glance down, I will be able to. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and send out the link to social media real quick. Let's see. Okay. I will do Instagram. Yeah, so Bama fan, I am going to ship your case out. I have it with me in the house, and the label, I just need to put everything together, but I will ship it out tomorrow, I promise. I got everybody else's out. Okay. Believe we're good. So the stuff we had on the docket for today is, if you check out our community post, so if you go to our YouTube page, and you know there's those toggles on the bottom, basically right here, right? So if you go to our YouTube page, yeah, she's I got your address, yeah, and I'm gonna ship that to you. Thank you, I'm about to go check on it right now. If you go to our YouTube page and you click on our icon, so if you're on the live stream, click on the icon, scroll over to community, right there, community tab. I posted some leaks, right? iPhone 16, pictures of the iPhone 16, pictures of the Pixel Fold 2. I have those posted up. I wanted to get those out, so if you wanted to follow along and see basically what they look like. So we'll get to the iPhone 16, we'll get to Android 14 beta, what is it, QPR3 beta 1, and then we'll, like I mentioned, we'll get to the Pixel Fold 2. Now, I know we hit on it briefly last time, but we got some new information out, new pictures, stuff like that. So with the iPhone 16, new leaks, apparently these are 100% the real deal. So these are photos of the iPhone 16. Now, this is the base iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus. The Pro and Pro Max have yet to come out. However, it will basically have the same design language and relatively look the same. Not too different from the iPhone models that we've seen in the past. Looks basically the same. Only difference is that on the back side where the cameras are, there is a new camera island. Remember, this is for the 16 and the 16 Plus. So it's going to have two cameras. It almost looks like the Nothing phone, right? Minus the see-through back, but it has the cameras above one another on the left-hand side. If you're looking at the back of the phone, the cameras will be stacked top and bottom, left-hand side. Now, it'll have a new camera island similar to the iPhone 12 series, I believe iPhone 12 series. And the changes that are coming is now the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus they should have the new Bionic chip. I think, because remember this year they did the Bionic. They put the new, latest and greatest Apple CPU in the Pro and the Pro Max, and they put last year's flagship CPU in the base model and the Plus. This year, it looks like they're going to put the flagship processor across the board, across all four models of iPhones. So no more staggered CPUs, and the base model iPhone 16 is going to get the action button. If you remember this year, the action button was basically a button on the side that you can program for a number of different functions on the device. Whether you touch it once, it'll put it in mute, or if you touch it twice, it will, activate the camera. Well, something like that. That was reserved for the Pro and the Pro Max. This year, they're going to add that to the base 16 and 16 Plus. And then we will have to wait and see. I really want to wait and see. I really hate it how Apple, not just Apple, like Samsung does this, and well, not necessarily specifically this, but it's not just Apple. So the Type-C charger that Apple put on their iPhone 15s this year, they put like not only faster charging, but faster data transfer speeds on the Pro and the Pro Max. You're paying so much for these devices. I wish they would just activate the same amount of charging speeds. I wish they would activate the same data transfer speeds, meaning if you take a video, right, in my case, or in your case, right, you're filming your daughter at a theme park, right, and you want to get home, you want to put it on the computer, you don't want to do the stupid cloud storage, which I typically, it's a love-hate relationship with me, because a lot of my footage I want to repost and I want to edit and re-upload, right? So I don't want cloud. It's nice for some things, but with these data transfer speeds, it's basically how fast, when you plug your phone into your computer at home, how fast that video of your daughter at SeaWorld gets to your computer. So when you plug it in and do the transfer, the Pro and the Pro Max had the very fastest data transfer speeds. In the base iPhone and iPhone Plus, it was considerably slower. I wish they would just make it same all across the board. Now, if you go to our community tab and see those pictures of the iPhone 16s that I posted, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max should look very, very similar to what you're seeing, to what I posted. However, as you know, the Pro and the Pro Max will have an extra camera on the back. So if you can just look at those photos and then imagine a third camera off to the side in the middle, splitting those two off to the right side, it's basically what it's going to look like. It's going to look the same as they always do, right? It's an iPhone. They've really found a design. And I'll admit, I'm not an iPhone user, but I'll admit, I do like the way they look. I just hate to use them. Now, the 16 and 16 Plus are getting the Dynamic Island. Of course, I think, the base models this year had the Dynamic Island. And I think that's all the info we have right now. So just to wrap it up, leaks of in fact, these are leaks of the real deal iPhone 16 regular base model and plus hit the internet, and I have them posted on our community tab. The base 16 and 16 Plus will get the action button. They'll have the dynamic island. They should have the same top-of-the-line CPU that the Pro and the Pro Max have this year. And what else? The screen size is roughly going to be the same. Maybe 0.1 inches bigger. You know how it'll say like the base iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro will have like 6.1 inch screen. They might increase that from 6.1 to like 6.2, and that's basically, they're not actually making the phone bigger. They're just shrinking the bezels all the way around. The little black border you see around your display, they're just going to shrink it a little more to where it will increase that display size a teeny tiny bit. So iPhone 16 coming out in late September and or mid-September. Now, there was some big news with Apple. What was it that was coming out? Oh, duh. iPhone 16. So when they release iOS, what will this be? iOS 18 will get released with iPhone 16. They're going to integrate RCS, right? So they're going to integrate Google, the platform technology that Google uses for all of their Android devices, RCS. Apple made it official that and an announcement that they're going to implement RCS into iOS. Now, there's a catch. In an Android device texting a iPhone will still have the green bubbles. Green bubbles. It will not be blue like iPhone to iPhone. Basically what it means is that there will be no more grainy footage. There will be no more fuzzy photos. There will be no more choppy videos. If you're an Android user and you send a video of your daughter to, let's say, your sister who has an iPhone, the video should be relatively good quality now. But again, that's not going to take place until iOS 18, which will be released in mid-September here. Probably 6-7 months or whatever that is. 8 months, 7 months. Sorry. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see how that goes. I have, just to wrap this up, I have a feeling Apple is going to basically, it's not going to be pretty. I think the integration of RCS into iPhone, I think Apple's got something up their sleeve. Apple loves to screw Google. Apple loves to screw anybody else, any one of their competitors. They do not like to play, and that's their prerogative, right? That's totally fine, right? As long as they're doing everything legal within the legal parameters that government agencies have put in place around the world. If they play within the legal parameters, I don't have a problem. But you will see me make fun of them. Troll. I don't know if I guess I have in the past, but they have banned me from using iOS, so it's all good because I don't really use them anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. But I guarantee you, it's not going to be, mark my words, it's not going to be a smooth transition to RCS. I can almost guarantee you that something's not going to play right, something's going to mess up, something is going to happen, and I believe Apple will do that on purpose to get people fed up, frustrated, and say, you know what, the hell with it, screw it, I'm going to iPhone. Because they get tons of people, possibly millions. I was going to start off by saying millions. No, probably not millions, but it might be. They sell an ungodly amount of iPhones every year. So some of that, even a small, very, very, very small percentage, might turn out to be millions. But We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Um, the second topic I had is, and if you want to see those pictures of the new iPhone 16, go to if you're watching this video, underneath the video, you see my icon where it says eSIM Studios, and I'm holding those two phones. Click that icon. It won't change your video, but click the icon. It'll pull up our YouTube channel homepage, and you'll see tabs, right? You'll see videos. I don't know what it says, whatever. Scroll over. It'll say community. Hit community, which is where like you can post stuff, kind of like a wall, right? Like I guess a Facebook or a Instagram or Twitter, where the creators can post whatever they want. I posted pictures of the new iPhone 16, so you can check them out there. I also posted one of our topics over there too, the new Pixel Fold 2. You'll definitely want to check that out. It's pretty striking. But before we get there, Android 14 beta. If you're a Pixel owner, down, I think the 5As is about as far as it'll go on beta or with updates. Android released the new February security patch. What was it, on Monday? And yesterday, typically takes about a week if you're on the beta software. The beta users typically get their security patch a week after the stable build users, right? Anyways, they got it to us quick because yesterday, 2 days after the stable build came out, they released Android 14 QPR3 beta 1 for Pixel users that are on the beta software. It gives us it was a general update, right? No huge, well, actually, I take that back. Circle to search. How could I forget? Shame on me. Circle to search. Normally, I have planned out, I don't have to take notes. Normally, I'm pretty well versed when it comes to like news or leaks or phones or whatever, and I can store them in my head. And shame on me, I almost forgot the main point. Circle to search. So one of the big things that Samsung was touting at the launch of the S24 was circle to search, where let's say you see some shoes you like and you're in Target and you're in line to check out, and let's say the person's in front of you and you don't want them to see you taking a picture of their shoes. So you kind of, when they turn around, you kind of snap a picture of their shoes. Well, when you go to your gallery and you pull up that picture you took of their shoes because you potentially want to buy some or you want to see how much they are, right? Like, damn, how much did they spend on those shoes? There's no way. But those Jordans cost $230. You can have a betting contest with your friends, whatever. You go to that picture, you long press the very bottom of the screen, kind of like where your bar is, the little home bar on the bottom of your screen. It'll search anything on your screen. You don't have to take a picture of anything. Even if you are anything on a web page, anything that pops up on your screen that you're looking at on your screen, to activate circle to search, simply press and hold that bar on the bottom of your screen. That will activate circle to search. And it'll search the internet for whatever is showing on your screen, right? So you circle the item after you long press the bottom of your screen, circle what you want to look for, and there you go, right? So that brought circle to search to Pixel phones. And I believe they are bringing one other feature that Samsung was touting as their own during the launch. That was the main one that they brought this week. There will be another one coming, and I will look that up. But it's not on this new update at the moment. But I'll get a list together of stuff that's coming to Pixel from the Samsung launch, right? But I downloaded the beta, I installed the beta, and I've had some about 18 hours to mess around with it, 12 hours to mess around with it, and it's generally, it has more bug fixes than features. It's got a lot of, it obviously brings the February security patch. I believe it also installs a new Google Play services on the device as well. So battery life so far, and I'll keep y'all updated, seems to be phenomenal. I would like to apologize to all of my Pixel users. I've kind of been neglecting you a little bit with the release of this, but that happens every year because when Pixels get launched or right around launch time, we go heavy Pixel. When Samsung gets ready to launch their flagship devices, we go heavy Samsung. I do like to sprinkle Pixel news or Samsung news in topics or live streams just because I don't like to neglect my Pixel users. I still love Pixel. I still have my Pixel. I was actually using it today, just thinking, damn, this is such a badass phone. It makes me wonder with now going back to iPhone, how do you think those pictures leaked? Yes, it'll say a leakster, a tipster on Twitter, a very famous one, got those. How do you think he got those pictures, right? Did he hack into Apple servers and research and development team and pull those? Did he hack into a file system? No. Again, these leaks happen for a reason. Yes, it's hard to believe. These hacks, these leaks happen for a reason. There are people at Samsung, pretty smart people. In fact, I think I would be very good at it. There are marketing teams for Google, for Samsung, for Apple, and this is one of the many things that they do. They typically go get, or they'll find somebody that has history, right, or report of leaking phones, information. So don't get it twisted. This was not by accident. Apple sent these photos to this leakster, and he put them out. And that's why he said these are 100% the iPhone 16. Right? Google did that when Samsung was launching their S24 series, right along with OnePlus 12. What did Google do? Google pushed their new mint green colored Pixel 8 Pro, right? They did that on purpose because they want people that really want a Samsung, or whether it be Apple or Google with their mint green. They want people to see. Apple says, "Hey, don't forget about us. Here's what our new phone's going to look like," and people see it and go, "Oh wow, I'm going to hold out for that. I'm just going to wait for that." That's the reaction Apple, Google is hoping for, right? So all these happen for a reason, right? Going back to the Pixel, I think now Pixel 10 is going to be earth-shattering because not only, I think Pixel 9 in October, they're moving to a new design language. These next few years are going to be freaking awesome if you're a phone lover. Just absolutely awesome. iPhone, not so much. They're going to look the same, and of course you see what they look like, right? But look, Samsung changed their design language this year for the 24 and 24 Plus. 24 Ultra looks the same. However, S25 Ultra, all new design language. So if you're holding out, if you have an S23 Ultra, you're like, it's 24 Ultra is basically the same phone, I'm probably going to hold out a year. That might be a smart move because the S25 Ultra is going to look completely different. They might keep the same design language from the S24 and S24 Plus, but I do know for a fact Samsung is changing the design language on the S25 Ultra. Google, on the Pixel 9 series, is moving to a design language. They're changing their design language. It's going to look like the Nothing Phone 2. It's going to look like, not with the see-through back, but It's going to look like the Nothing Phone 2 as far as the language, the way it looks. Flat sides, S24 Ultra, Pixel, as we leaked last week, the photos of the new Pixel 9 series. That's going to be awesome. And then it's going to get even better with the Pixel 10, because I think they'll keep the same design language, but that's when the CPU is 100% Google's. Designed from the ground up. That's going to be game-changing. I guarantee you, it's going to be the phone to get. But, it's a good 18 months away. But nonetheless, that does fall under why I was saying these next couple of years are going to be badass. What else we got? The Nothing Phone 3 is going to be launched in July. That's going to be badass. I can't wait to see what they do with their CPU. The 2A is coming out. I think I'm going to get that, depending on what the price. It looks like the price is going to be really cheap. So, I love what Nothing is doing with their designs. And I believe that's going to be coming out next month. I was going to get the OnePlus 12R. I put the brakes on that because I think I want to get the Nothing Phone 2A. I think that's going to be... Look, OnePlus is owned by Oppo. Oppo is a billion-dollar company. They have tons of money for advertisement, right? But Nothing, very smart, very strategic with their marketing, is basically online-based, is basically social media-based, right? And they're doing a good job. I think Coral Pay, I think they're on the right track. I absolutely love my Nothing Phone 2. I love it. It's just, I know there's bigger and better phones, more powerful phones, better phones that take better photos, but what they did with that device, the improvements that they did to the cameras just over the last 6-7 months since it's been out, night and day as far as photos. Night and day. Yeah, quite literally and figuratively. And let's see, what else we got coming out? Pixel Fold 2. Pixel Fold 2. So, Google is going to, and thank God, I think they've been listening online to some online chatter. On every video, I'm not sure if y'all know, on every single video, I always right, like on YouTube, or like on Twitter or X and Instagram, you can people. Or on YouTube, you can do the same thing. So, like on today's show, if I talk about Apple, if I talk about Google, if I talk about Samsung, and I talk about Nothing, I them in the description. So they will get notified, hey, eSIM Studios added you, or something like that. But not just this channel. I say that because a lot of channels basically like the Fold, and I think I mentioned last episode, we did not get the Fold, and I think that was a smart decision because when it was launched, the OG Fold, it was launched with basically an 8-month-old processor. It was hindered by like a bad release cycle. This year, it looks like they're going to release it with the Pixel 9 series, and it is going to be released with the new Tensor G4 chip. And I wish they would release the A series, the Pixel. See, here's the thing. If they bump up the Pixel A series, because right now we're on 7A, but the Pixel 8 is out. If they release the Pixel 8A on the Pixel 9 launch, they would have to bump up the naming for the A series. So instead of releasing a Pixel 8A, they would release the Pixel 9A. I think they need to release the Pixel 9, Pixel 9 Pro, Pixel 9A, and Pixel Fold 2 all in one day. Make it a Google day, launch party, what have you. I just think you just need to launch all the mobile devices. Now, what they do with their tablet, I have no idea. I don't think I don't think many people purchased the tablet. It didn't even come with GPS. That's a little weird, right? That's a whole nother story. So they're bumping up the specs, and now it's going to get 16 gigs of RAM. It's going to have the Tensor G4. It's going to be released alongside the Pixel 9 series. 16 gigs of RAM. That's a lot of RAM. Google stepping up into the specs war, which I love to see. I absolutely love to see that. I was thrilled when they were going to launch 12 gigs of RAM on the Pixel 6 Pro. My freaking head almost exploded. I was dumbfounded. It just, my jaw hit the floor. I could not believe, because they were stuck on 8 gigs of RAM for a while. And don't forget, they were stuck on 4 gigs of RAM for even longer, right? I think that was what, the Nexus days, even like, what was it, Pixel, from the Nexus all the way up to like Pixel, damn, what was it? Pixel 4 or 3 only had 4 gigs of RAM. Anyways, long story short, they're going to, it sounds like they've listened to the consumer, because they're improving the processor, they're improving the RAM, and they're changing the design a little bit. It looks like in the leaked photos, and I posted it in our community tab, it looks different. I'm talking about the dimensions, the height versus width. If you know, the Pixel Fold was kind of on the smaller side. It wasn't as tall when folded closed. It was not as tall as the Galaxy Z Fold 5, correct? Which is kind of tall and skinny. This one is more shorter and fatter, the Pixel Fold. Well, it looks like on the Pixel Fold 2, they're actually going to make it a little taller when fully closed. I have not gotten a device yet, just not really into those, but we will see. Now, go check out our community post. Ugly, the design that Pixel, it looks like they might use. This is not confirmed. I think they leaked this one just to test out the waters. Basically, see channels and videos like this one, see what we say. They do that all the time. It's not something new. They'll put stuff out to see what people say, test the waters. I do not like it. It looks weird. The cameras are all offset. They're kind of offset to the side. It looks like a Pixel device, but it just looks weird, right? I wish they would kind of stick with something. It is kind of similar to what they have now. It's just like a double stack photo camera bar, and it's off to the side, which I don't know. It does not look appealing to me. I don't plan on getting it anyways. I'm gonna get a 9 Pro, but they do need to introduce stylus support. I don't believe the OG Fold had stylus support. I know that's a big reason why some people like the Pixel Fold. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, because you can use it with a stylus, right? I don't believe you can use one with the Pixel Fold. Again, I haven't had one, so I'm not sure, but it does look like they're headed in the right direction as far as specs and stuff like that. So, congratulations, Google. You're moving in the right direction. There's a lot to be excited about if you're an Android user, mobile user, period. A lot of good stuff to be excited about. So, as I get closer to the hospital, probably wrap this up here. Then I haven't even gotten to a light or a stop at all. I was gonna check my phone when I got to a red light or something and just have it. So I appreciate all the viewership. I appreciate the support. And we will have to see. Let's see what device gets released next. What are we in February? I guess it's the Xiaomi is going to release the Xiaomi 14, which is their huge. It's their Xiaomi is like China's Samsung. I'm sure they would say Apple, but it does run on Android. They just don't really sell them over here in America. This year, they're releasing their flagship device, the Xiaomi 14. It has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The reviews online look really good. I actually wanted to get one. I just haven't had the chance, but now you will be able to, because on February 24th, I believe it's 24th, it's either the 24th or the 28th, Xiaomi is going to open up global orders for their flagship device. Typically, you could still buy one in the past, like on AliExpress, but they're going to open up their website to US, and I'm sure you could probably buy them on Amazon. Other United States retailers will carry the Xiaomi devices, but cameras look pretty good so far on some reviews I've seen. It's a high performing. Again, it's got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It's spec'd out, so that will be released to the global market here in a couple weeks. And what else? I don't know. Let's see, it's February. Shit, that may be about it. I would like to see the tablets, the new. Well, I guess Samsung just came out with. I'm not using tablets. I struggle with using them because I have laptops, right, and big phones and stuff like that. So the tablet market might be pinched out, but I definitely enjoy using them. Samsung tablets are freaking awesome, but I don't know what's there next. Let's see what that looks like. We will have to wait and see, but good timing. I just made it to the hospital, so I will go into the parking garage and I will probably lose a signal. So I will probably wrap this up. I would like to thank everybody. I didn't plan on doing this in the car, but you know how life works out. You can never prepare for some stuff. So
Button and take the parking ticket.
Next up, I don't plan on doing these in the car that often. It's much better when you do it in a studio live, especially when you have a bunch of viewers and subscribers like we do. But
Following the guidance.
it is what it is, like my man Fatty would say. It is what it is. All right. Well, I'm about to lose service, so thank you very much for joining us. I wanted to get something out today. Haven't uploaded anything, so really didn't have the chance. But please stick with me. I'm working on a couple of big videos for the channel, comparison tests. So life does get in the way sometimes, but I am working on a couple of big projects. So please stay tuned. I do appreciate the time. If you have any questions whatsoever, check this out real quick before I let y'all go. One of my videos, apparently it has gone viral. I checked it right before I left our house. It was at like 24,000 views. Now, I say that because I checked it 3 days ago. It was at like 10,000 views. So it basically did, I don't know, 10, 11, 12,000 views in like 2 or 3 days. And I'm getting comments all day on that video. As you know, I check my comments every day. So if you have any questions or anything, my contact information is in the description of the video, but you can simply just leave a comment in the video and I will answer your question or comments or anything, any concerns you have. Just simply let me know. So yeah, I thought that was weird. And it was a video I did like 7 months ago. Just I don't know how some of these things just take off. It was on how to protect yourself from a SIM swap. And I think I don't know. I'll look into it a little more and see how or why that one just took off. But appreciate the time. Thank you for everything. And I got to park. I can get out of here. Peace out.